Well, hello. How are you
Hi,
today?
Laura. Fine, thanks. How are you?
Good.
Good.
We're going to talk about the Standard for Content Knowledge and the African Mask Project. And I have some subcategories here from the rubric. And the first one is representations and explanation, which is just how did I think, explain the content of the lesson and the meanings behind it. And I used a document camera to show various examples of African masks and 2 short how-to videos on how to make them and what the masks meant and what sort of functions they served, like what animal meant what color meant what, and stuff like that.
Yep.
For that.
Very good with background information and incorporating the technology into the lesson. The kids like to be up to date with technology. So
Yes, they
good.
do.
They like that.
And that was, another subcategory, technology for instruction, the document camera, and then the Chromebooks and their phones. I let them use different.
Sorry, 3 Chromebooks just laying out here on this table.
We're videotaping Mary for
I'm
her
sorry.
class.
Sorry.
That's okay. We're just going to keep on going.
Okay.
Anyway, for technology, I used Chromebooks and the document camera, and then I also let them use their phones so that they could look up stuff on their own, and that was really the extent of the technology, which I think is fun.
Yeah, and they liked that because it gave them the opportunity to look for ideas, and I think it helped boost their confidence in making their project because they saw things that they liked that they could pattern their own masks after, borrow ideas from. So
and I did walk around to make sure they were doing what they were supposed to, and really all of them were on task. I kind of expected to see one or another way off on something, and they weren't. So, and then building on students' prior knowledge, I talked about how we use masks in America, and they had said at Halloween or masquerade ball, and one of them made a joke and said Christmas, and then another girl had actually made a mask before in 1st grade in another school. So it kind of, built on what they already know about masks and in our culture what sort of purpose they serve.
And I like that because then you could compare the uses of our masks to what they use masks for in West Africa and how it's part of their culture, and very different. Good leading question to get them thinking about masks and different purposes.
And then the instructional resources were just the document camera, and then the construction paper, the glue, the scissors, stuff like that.
Yeah, I think you provided them all the tools that they needed, and I don't think anyone even asked for anything else beyond what they had access
they
to.
didn't.
So
they really didn't.
It was very well prepared and presented.
And then student misconceptions, the biggest one they had was how big it was supposed to be. They asked over and over. In fact, I didn't even get how many times on camera they asked, how big is this supposed to be? How big is this supposed to be? And he said one student actually it's too small.
Yeah,
after all
it's rather small. I asked him if it was the size of his head. He said, no, it's the size of my brother's head.
Well, there you go. I guess he got around it, didn't he?
He must have a tiny baby at home.
I hope so. Is that just a very small adult?
He is small framed though, so I
think
yeah,
it's possible. It could be the size of his brother's head.
Could be.
But and so the template helped with that a lot. It gave them an idea about how big, because I think having that concrete example was good for them. And then academic language, I just talked about symmetry, and then something being asymmetrical, I kind of compared it to that. So by the end of the lesson, they pretty much knew what symmetrical meant and symmetry meant. It has to be exactly the same on both sides.
Right.
So
yeah, I thought you did.
Was their word of the day, symmetry.
Great job. They enjoyed the project. I was going to show you. Most of them turned them in. They're finished. They've done a nice job with their masks and their descriptions, and a lot of symmetry in here, and very nice job with human size. So I think the lesson, the activity was very successful, and I think they enjoyed it, and hopefully they took something away from it about West Africa. So thank you.
That they did. Thank you.
That was awesome. All right. Next time, we'll see ya.
Until next time.